it was always assumed to me that most people didn't even have fathers.
Yeah.
I was like shocked. Like, oh shit. Oh, you have a father? You know him? Right?
That's your dad, dad?
Right. No, real talk.
A real one?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that became the norm, and it's the norm for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Prodigal.
Don't underestimate people, bro.
Right, you're going to get people starting to rob each other at the grocery store now.
At the grocery store?
I'm saying prices are going to start going up for food and shit.
Yo, I've been plotting on robbing people for gas, man. This shit. No, did I tell you about that though? Like,
yo, a cop just got arrested for that shit.
For robbing people for gas?
Yeah, him and some other guys fucking robbed the gas station when it was closed. They opened up the fuel tanks and was taking gallons of gas out of there.
And they got caught?
Yeah.
The police got caught.
Yeah.
And he know what's going on. That shit.
Like, how dumb are you, man?
That's right. I was just thinking of some simple shit like, you know what I mean? Go to the opposite gas pump, right? Wait till they go in there. Because, you know, they got big-ass windows. I can see when they pay for it.
Right.
As soon as they pay for it, take the tank out, put it in mine. like what somebody going to do is like...
You get fighting at the gas station, man.
There ain't nobody going to fight over that. I might pour gas on you. Oh, yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Match.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. I actually did see that. Fucking
What?
one day I was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The gas station right across from the casino. Some dude sprayed this chick with fucking gas. They sprayed the shit out of her.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the hell they were arguing, but he took the nozzle and sprayed her ass. I got in my car. I was like, I'm out of this bitch.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I ain't sitting around to witness nothing.
To witness a fireball of a human being, bro.
Yo, and I was just thinking, I'm just like, yo, all these gas tanks, everybody pumping gas. I'm just like, yo. What the hell? I'm good, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, like, but real talk, yeah. So I see. Don't nobody want pre-made margaritas, man. I don't know, something about that.
Leave that Coke around the room.
Maybe that's the bartender in me.
That girl was like, what?
This nigga will order his margaritas with cocaine across the rim, yo. Hey,
she looked like she can get it done. She was like, what?
Yeah, she was like, is he serious? Like,
she thought I was a secret shopper, knew her secret or some shit.
Like, does he knows what we do in the back?
Right.
Real shit.
Well,
he knows how to go down an
like,
employee.
you got some cocaine?
An employee bathroom. He knows how it goes down. How does he know? Who told him? Hey man, somebody gonna sponsor us one day. The energy drink's gonna sponsor us because the Prodigal Brothers drink energy drinks on every episode. So, no, we getting lit off this caffeine. People don't know caffeine a drug too. You know what I'm saying?
It's the biggest drug.
It's the hugest. You know what I mean?
We're
going to talk about other drugs today that people don't think is
I seen a
drugs.
person one time because they didn't get their coffee because they were guests at my house and I didn't have no coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like a fucking drug addict. Like bags in the eyes
Yo,
and
what?
everything. I was like, are you serious about some fucking coffee right now?
Dog.
Yes.
And you I was like, I guess I'll go get it because it looked like you about to fucking die. Like,
Yes.
Wasn't I just talking about that when I was talking about weed? And I was like, you just worked into a creature? Like, this for marijuana? Supposed to be a chill drug.
Right. Like you hit me like, bruh, I don't care what time you get it here. Like, I need.
Why is your eyes black?
Yeah, for real. Like the hair was, it looked like the dude from fucking Home Alone, Harry, when he got electrocuted. That's how the hair was.
Yeah.
It was the bags. It looked like somebody beat her up. I was like, are you serious?
that's what
And then when she got the caffeine, it was a new person. I was like,
Yeah, that's what people don't
I was sitting there
understand.
drinking the coffee. I was like, should I be drinking this shit? The fuck?
Right. It's a drug, man.
I'm
Some
gonna have
people
to
don't
cut that
understand
out,
about
man.
drugs and supplements, bro. Some people look at you. Some people don't understand about them drugs and supplements, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like it really affects your body, like you said, hair, eyes, makeup, all that. But
Nah, yo, I got something.
you got something?
Can I?
Go ahead, bro.
You ever realize like how addicted to porn chicks be?
No, yo, because they don't be
They be lying.
they
Dog.
don't be admitting that. We know they lie.
Women are the most nastiest, beautiful creatures on this earth.
I definitely understand that part, but I don't understand.
But like when you see the porn that they watching, you just like this. We don't do this.
Yeah, because they're afraid to express that to you. You gotta. One thing about it is people think they players, but you're not a player unless you can bring out everything in a woman. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, for
So
real.
what you saying?
Tabernacle.
So what
You know what I mean?
what you're saying
Nah,
is
talk to
that
him.
you're not a player until you experience all three holes in a woman.
I mean, that's the beginning.
Yeah.
Like he just said, women are the nastiest, beautiful creatures.
Yeah, because I'll lube up her armpit. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I will lube up her armpit. I'll say it again. Yeah.
Let's talk about it, man. We do, you know what I mean? We men sitting around talking and pussy became the topic. So, like, nah, for real. Like, when you have a woman go all the way there, or you get them all the way there several times, again, over and over again, that's when you become
You're a superhero.
You're a man now.
Yeah. Men are superheroes.
Like, I can make all this happen. Like, I have reached the top. You feel what I'm saying?
It's like you squirted on the ceiling?
Like,
how we get here?
Like, talking about have you ever lied around and looked at the things that you've done to the hotel room?
Right. Yeah.
You gotta leave a tip on the pillow. Like, I'm sorry that you had to clean this.
Yo. And that Jello in the tub wasn't me.
For real. That's how it is.
It's all about getting them in the comfort zone, man.
To the comfortability.
Because, you know, like
He always doing some light skin shit.
no, I'm just saying, you get them in the comfort zone. Because, like, if you approach a female, it's differently. If you approach a female, or I should say woman, I guess they don't like me saying females. But if you approach a woman and she's she around, you know, her female, her women friends or whatever, that's a totally different person. But you get her by herself, she's comfortable, and you're not a fucking creep or, you know, whatever.
I'm a creep, though.
Well, I am too.
Yeah. I think we all.
I'm saying.
But you got to know the right time to release that creep.
Yeah.
Because they like creeps.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a creep. They like you got to be a little creepy to do some of the shit you do. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Like you put that big toe in her mouth, she like, you like, man.
Yeah.
That shit kind of feel good.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Because, like, you can ask her a question in front of her woman friends, like, hey, you want to see my playroom? She can be like, what the fuck? But you ask her, hey, you want to see my playroom?
Shit.
By herself? She was like, oh, yes. I like this. I like
this. I know how you get down. You say it in the group just to see who bite. Because somebody going to come around the corner like, so what's up with that playroom?
Yeah, exactly. Good, man. Hey, stop lying to yourselves.
Hey,
Y'all was fucking nasty too, man.
Hey, they nasty too, man. Let's get into the show. Hey, yo, what's up out there, man? Y'all hear what it is, man. It's the Prodigal Brothers. We back again. And this is our Father's Day episode, ain't it?
Yeah, man.
Man, we talking about stuff that made us fathers, right? You feel what I'm saying? That's what we do around here, man. We got a action-packed episode lined up. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. But we got to change pace at the beginning, yo. You know what I mean? But let's introduce ourselves first, man. To my left, my dude from day one, Uplifting. What's up? How you living?
Good, man. You know, I'm a pop, man. Get the photos of your kid. You know, you be smiling about it, but like it's a little tough when you're not there. So like, seeing your kid on FaceTime all the time ain't the best way to live, you know?
Hey, bro, wherever you can feel the spirit that you created, it's amazing, man. Real talk. Man. Will, what's up? How you feeling, bro?
Hey, I'm good, man. And the segue off Uplifting, you know, I love being around my sons. But when they start doing some stupid shit, I'm like, yeah, that's your mama right there.
Yeah!
Says every parent in the world.
Like, you know, hey, it took both of us to make you. Yeah, that's your mama right there.
Clearly your mama. I don't know where you get that from. You know what I'm saying?
We don't do that now, fam.
We don't do that. We don't do that over here. You know what I mean? But shit, let me talk about, like, my son is exactly like me, yo. It's kind of strange. And I be upset because I'm like, what the hell? How do you learn how to do exactly what I do or try to manipulate people?
Right.
How
crazy,
dare you?
Yo.
How dare you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
I be getting mad at him for being so
like
amazing.
And that's
doing me to me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that too. Like kids are smart, man. Like all my sons are smart, you know. And I feel sorry for the people who are falling for their antics. I'm like, he's fake crying because you yelled at him. I'm like, whoop his ass, whoop his ass.
Real talk. Oh, I got something to talk about too, man. Perfect. I'm glad I thought about this, bro. But Will, has somebody ever like gave you a fucked up look or like said something to you by the way like you talk to your son?
Yeah, of course, all the time. Because I talk to my son
talking about like strangers or.
Oh yeah, I talk to my son like how we talk, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, stop that shit. You know, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
In public, I don't care. You know, if somebody's looking at me, I'm like, you want next? You know,
yo, real talk. 'Cause this just happened to me in the store the other day, yo. So we shopping or whatever. My son running around the store. I'm like, yo, stop running. You know what I mean? I'm looking for shit, doing my thing. I'm like, Doc, stop running, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, he running hard. He tripped over something, bust his ass, even hit his head. I said, now that's what your ass get. Now get up.
Yeah.
Cause when he fell, the lady's like, oh my, right?
Right.
And I'm like, that's what you get. Now get your ass up, right? And she like, oh my God. And then just like goes, I'm like, man, forget this.
Clutched her pearls.
Right. Man, she don't know my son. This nigga ain't hurt.
Right.
He tough as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know my child.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you do that, bro?
No, exactly. Like you said, I know my child, bro.
Yeah.
I know my genetics.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the
He
reason
wasn't-
he moves just like you is like, yo, that's me.
Right.
Yeah.
He's fine.
I know when you hurt him.
And I think a lot of people forget that because, you know, like we raise our kids with a lot of emotion. You know, we want to be better parents than what our parents, but then you can't forget that, yo, that's your DNA in it.
Yes.
So every little shicey shit you did as a kid, that kid is doing the same shit.
Bro,
You know, like I just say, like if you're raising kids, parents, hey, mind your own business. Because I see some shit that I'm just like, yo, so you just gonna let your kid run through the meat aisle in a grocery store? And you know, and they're like, you choose now to do that? I'm just like, so he does this regularly. You got your kid on leashes? Why the fuck you got your kid on a leash?
That remind me of
the leash.
Yo, that remind me of this clip I saw from ESPN where this kid was playing softball and he's rolling, like he's running and he stops and his mom's like, not right now. And he starts tumbling to home base.
Hold
So
on, like doing flips, like gymnastics.
But like he's just like rolling slow. And the coach, everybody's like, come on. Come on. And the coach is, you know, like, and you can tell he's done it before because as soon as he stopped, she was like, oh, no, not now. He still scored, but like that was, but that's exactly what we're talking about. It's like you just allowing your kids to do stuff, man.
Like if she knew her child, like,
no, here he goes.
He's gonna do the wrong thing.
Oh yeah.
It's not what's supposed to happen right now.
Oh yeah, knowing your kid is half the battle. Like, you know, we have birthday parties and shit. You know, we open up gifts. I'm like, get that out the way.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking slime in this motherfucker.
You feel?
I'm like, hey, thanks for bringing this noisemaker over here.
Yeah.
This shit going in the trash.
Yeah.
I bought him some drums. The fuck you do that for,
Right.
man? What's wrong with you?
Like, yeah.
You know, next birthday I'm buying your kid a whole fucking pool so you can just splash in that shit in the
Yo,
house.
yeah. Real talk, man. People that ain't parents.
Right.
Stop giving kids stuff that make goddamn noise.
Nah, they know what they doing.
They know what they doing. They know what they doing.
They be in there buying gifts. They be like, this will be quiet.
No,
Nah,
that's too quiet.
This gonna be loud as hell.
I'm gonna get his ass. And then that's the toy they fall in love with, so they always looking for it.
Right.
Dad. Because my dad, he had an Elmo back in the day, like that. Oh my God, that dance and sing and shit. Like, Dad, where Elmo? I had to tell him Elmo ran away.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like,
don't
Elmo
bring
bad.
that shit over
Elmo
here.
was bad.
Yeah, and then the parents coming to birthday parties. Look, if you bringing something that requires batteries, please supply them. I mean, because that kid wants to play with it right now, and you're like, hey, I gotta go get batteries. And of course you forget, but the kid never forgets. You get the batteries,
Never.
you get the batteries.
Yeah.
Supply the batteries with the fucking gift,
They
man.
need right. Real talk. Man. But shit, let's get into what we talking about, man. We talking about our kids, man. We got to protect them too these days, man. Especially from things, you know what I mean, like organized activities.
Yeah.
Right? Because football getting very, very dangerous, man. The reason I bring that up, the CTE thing, man. We all thought that joint was a fluke, right? But I mean, this thing is real bigger than ever because recently we just had something that happened to one of my favorite players of all time. A lot of people don't know him, but Marion Barber. You got an article you want to read?
Yeah, the article is from Fan Nation, Cowboys Country. It's supposedly SportsIllustrated.com. And the headline is just Marion Barber family decides on donating brain to CTE research, which reads additional details on the death of 38-year-old Marion Barber, former Dallas Cowboys running back, and emerging along with news from Barber's family regarding his wish to forego CTE examination in his will. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported that Barber was discovered by police in his apartment in Frisco underneath a running shower, and it is believed he was there for a number of days based on the decomposition level of the body. Frisco police arrived on the scene on Thursday afternoon to perform a welfare check after a neighbor reported a water leak from Barber's apartment. No foul play is suspended in the death of Barber, who was just over a week from his 39th birthday.
Yeah.
That's young.
Very young, bro.
Very young.
You feel me? Like, I still remember him playing, bro. You know what I mean? So, he was one of our stars, when I was high school, college era. When I was that age.
Yeah. And speaking of that, it says, and who is well remembered for having engineered the greatest 2-yard run.
Yeah, he ran into the back of the end zone.
Bro.
Yeah.
My man Marion Barber ran hard. Anybody that know how he played, he ran hard, reckless. Because we was like, dog, like he was looking for contact.
Yeah.
You feel me? He was just one of those players, very hard nosed. You know what I mean? We lost so many athletes to the CTE, so we know this thing is real. But, RIP Marion Barber, and all the other athletes that lost their lives like this. But it leads me to the question, man, because this is a question we all going to face, I feel. Most of us, that becoming parents, especially me, man. I love football. You feel me? I feel like it's the greatest team sport of all time.
Yeah.
Like it teaches you more things than just on the field activities, bro. The camaraderie in the locker room. I mean, just the relationships that you gain.
Right.
A couple of the people I play football with, it's just a connection for lifetime for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially if you win a championship or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
it always lives with you.
You're always going to remember that or remember those days, right? But are we going to let our kids play football knowing about how dangerous this could be? I mean, Marion Barber ain't reached his 40th birthday.
Yeah, he died young. Yeah. For me, I look at it like sports totally different. Like I got 3 boys, Everybody always asks, oh, why don't you have them in sports? And I tell them, like, look, their brains are still developing.
Okay.
It's a different world now, whereas when we were children, it was like everybody's in sports, whether you sucked or not. You was on AAU, if you couldn't make the school team, you was in some type of league with football.
Yeah.
But I look at it differently because I'm just like, why? Why do that? Because I see that most of the time that's for the parents.
Yeah, that's true.
And if my child wants to play a sport, I'm not going to deny him, but I'm not also going to push him into it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying any parent is bad for pushing them into sports, but I also look at, because I look at my time when I was in the military, that child may want to play sports or football right now, or basketball or whatever. And that's fine. You get your kids out there, you get them active. But them permanently or like injuring themselves before they're fully developed can impact their whole life.
Yeah.
Like imagine like you're 9th grade, ACL tear, your knee blown out. Like the only thing you have left to fall back on now is your mind.
Is your head. Right.
Because you're not joining, military. You're not going to be on any team. You get injuries that early.
Yeah.
And I feel as though when your body's fully developed and you want to do it, go ahead. Because we all know that there's a difference between skill and a natural
natural ability.
If your kid is natural with it, yeah, go ahead. But I just don't think you're wasting money on breaking your body down is pointless. Teach your kids to be the team owner.
Yeah, hey, that I'm not gonna speak for him, but I remember Uplifter saying something like that a minute ago.
Yeah,
but that's smart though, because your brain a muscle too. So
yeah,
what your message is basically develop your brain before your other muscles, and if you want to do it, then you can do it, and your body be a little bit more
because
developed.
You don't want your kid to be like I think it was Friday Night Lights with
Booby.
He was like, all I know is football. What I'm supposed to do? Motherfucker couldn't read or write. You know, I'm just like,
you
no.
Want to win, let booby spin. Hell yeah.
You know, he
that.
get injured, and he's like, all I have is football. You know, develop
you definitely
that
don't
brain.
want to be like that though.
Develop that brain, because a lot of people don't really know that when you get into it, you know how that stereotype that jocks are dumb.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how many plays you got to memorize? You can't be dumb playing sports, man.
Oh, you're not gonna be successful.
Well, yeah, you can, but
some niggas was dumb.
Some niggas.
But you get what I'm
no,
saying.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
You don't want your kid being Jamarcus Russell and shit.
But back to but as dangerous as sports is uplifting, you letting your kids? Would you let your child play football, bro?
Well, I'm not letting my daughter do anything because both of them. I'm not letting them do nothing. I love them, so they just gonna be pampered for the rest of their life.
Track,
nah, we know what happens on the track bus. No, but
damn, I forgot about that.
Woo, the track bus stories.
It goes down on the track
man,
bus.
As a sports, I guess you could say former athlete, or high school athlete, right? I would definitely let my kids play sports. I think I like what your point is, but I totally disagree, because you can now train your kids to play the right way. The reason we love Ray Lewis is because Ray Lewis played football for 17 years.
Yeah.
And I think he maybe had a concussion once. Yeah. And he is running full steam at everybody. Yeah. But he form tackled.
Yeah.
Shoulder, right? They got new helmets now for kids, right? Like we're advancing in the CTE conversation.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of getting rid of something, we're evolving, right? We talk about this all the time. So we're going to be in a position to where not only will our kids be more protected as possible, but there's a camaraderie in sports, there's competitive nature in sports, and I'm not selling my kids on being a professional sports player.
Right.
I'm selling them on what it means to be a part of a team.
Yeah.
What it may even mean to lead a team.
Yeah.
Right? Because that also being a part of sports allows them to be a better owner, I feel.
Most definitely.
Right? So at the same time you building them up in sports, you should also be building their mind. That should be a focus in the house as well. Amen. So, like I said, I just disagree with your point. And I think it's healthy to have disagreements, but you know, like you got to make sure like your kids are outstanding on and off the court or field.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and definitely. I understand that too. Yeah.
No, great points from both of y'all, man. But like, and that's why I said I'm bouncing so much back and forth with it. And it's like, yeah, sports, cool, of course. Sports is everything that you said. Football is becoming very dangerous, but you had a great point. Is teaching them the fundamentals, and that's what Ray Lewis has. The best people become the experts in fundamentals, right? Mm-hmm. And the fundamentals, form tackling, running. I mean, you know what I mean? R.I.P. Marion Barber, not saying anything about him, but there's different ways to run the football, bro. Like some people get elusive. Marion Barber was a run through a brick wall type guy. And, you know, I mean, we're seeing the dangers of it, right? Yeah. So, and also what you said, great point, is like, man, playing those sports can take you to different levels in your life. And it lets you show your personality. You see the personality of your children. I remember when I played ball, like, I was nice at baseball, and I ended up quitting playing that. But I remember in baseball, I wouldn't play unless I pitched. I wasn't even good at pitching. I didn't know how to throw different balls. Like, I just really just threw it over the plate, right? Yeah. But I wanted to pitch. That was my thing. And then when I played sports, I was always a captain. Yeah, you know what I mean. I always had that leadership role, and that taught me how to work with a team, right? How to lead men, how to, you know what I mean, deal with different people, and reach, lead them to reach a common goal, which is winning the game, winning the championship. Yeah. Then look what happened. I ended up majoring in management, becoming a manager, you know what I mean? It kind of became me when I no longer could play sports anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So, I get both of y'all's points. Yeah. Is that for me? I look at before I make decisions for anything, especially with my children, and I do in my own life. I look at the negative aspect first.
Right. Okay.
And I don't want my children growing up. Oh, I'm a star athlete. I can do whatever I want, or I've been leading, I don't know how to follow someone else. Because you may be leading this team, but then you go to a team with people who are just as like you. Amen. Now you got to play a role. And then I don't think a lot of parents know how to transition their kids into that. Or I don't even think a lot of parents will even punish their kids. Like say your kid's like the star quarterback or whatever, and they get in trouble. You sitting them out for the game?
And now people come into your parenting.
Are you sitting them out for that game so they can learn a lesson, or are you going to let them play?
I mean, why would I take so as a kid, this actually would happen to me, right? Like with I won't say any names, but like one of a leader in my life would take certain things away from me. Mm-hmm. And I felt like that's not the right form of discipline. Mm-hmm. You know, like you're taking the football that you've groomed this child to love, right, and you're taking them away from the sport, but there's other things you could take away. There's other ways to discipline your children, right? Like we are not opposed to whoopings, but other people are, and they talk about other ways of disciplinary action. So right. I feel that why would I take them away from the game? Maybe they practice harder. Yeah. Maybe they do something else different. Maybe they run 8 miles before the game. They don't go out there and show off star. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think there are different ways. That's all. Yeah.
That's true, too, because, like, the same way, like, I was a troubled child, right? My mother never took sports away from me, ever. Right. I noticed that, too, when I was a kid. You know, that's what I fell in love with. That's what I love to do. Yeah. But guess what she did? She told my coach everything that I was doing. And like you said,
them up down.
I'm running. Boy. I'm doing hills. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Gashes.
You gonna earn that game? You gonna earn that game on Saturday?
You was talking to the teacher. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. So it's different avenues. You're right. You know what I mean? This is why we do this. It's different ways. More than one way to skin a cat.
I only say that in the negative approach because you see stories of people, from the time they were in high school and in college, and then when they get to the pros, they're like, what's wrong with this dude? Yeah. But then they've had a history of doing stuff, and no one has ever held their feet to the fire, held them accountable.
But they never had to run those extra laps.
But those are the type of people that they never evolve. Yeah. That's basically what you're saying.
They never had to run suicides. Nobody was on them about studying. Yeah. Like, these are the things that I think when you put these structures in place, people are successful. LeBron James, we talk about him as not being the greatest, but every time I hear him speak on something, he's like, my uncles told me this. My mom said this, or dude from the block told me that. You know what I mean? Right. Like, he always speaks on all of these great people who gave him information that that they drilled into him. Right. And in some situations, like even, ball players in New York that they talk, I can't think of their names because I just don't remember, but they talk about how they weren't allowed to be on the block.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like, they weren't allowed
the dealer wouldn't even let them be out there.
Dog. You play ball. You're going to do something different. So it's just structure. It's structure. It's village. It's us being real fathers, right? Like, sometimes you got to kick that back in. And then it's like, man, I don't want to go. You going to go play today? Yeah. Like, life going to be hard. Yeah. So I'm preparing you for the difficulties of life. And I feel that when people get money and stuff, that shit fucks with you.
Yes.
I mean, even dudes who didn't have money get a good job making money. Like, you got to start, like, really looking around. Like, oh, shit, like, I got real money now.
Right.
And you can't fuck that up. So I think it's just, what are you disciplined in? Discipline is something that I don't think it's just in you, man. Like, I used to think it was in you, but it's something you really gotta work at, bro.
Real talk. Let's move it forward too, since we talk about children and everything, man, and how we raising them. There's new things sweeping the nation. That's what's funny about raising kids. It's always something new that's trying to take their life or you know what I mean? Get them off the path, right? Yeah. So one of the new phenomenons in life, and especially with children, teenagers, even younger than teenagers, man, is the vaping, right? Mm-hmm. And I never thought nothing of it because I tried it before, and I was like, this is corny, right? This ain't real. Like, give me a cigarette. All right? Give me some real weed. You feel me? I never really got into it. But, because I never got into it, I didn't realize how many people actually do it. This is the new thing. Like, you feel me? Everybody, like, when we was in Atlanta, we was somewhere though. I don't know if it was Atlanta, but I didn't have a lighter. And I was like, yo, it's so many people that really do not smoke. right? But then I realized that no, everybody vapes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, but because back in the day, bro, everybody smoke. I know you don't smoke, whatever, but back in the day, it ain't nothing. It's like, yo, let me get a cig. You gotta ask a random person. They
Yeah,
like, here
man.
you go, right?
Everybody had a Lucy.
Yeah, everybody got one, right? But nowadays, everybody vapes, right? And the reason why why this came to my attention is because vaping first came out. It was known as the safe alternative to smoking cigarettes, right? Now, people are dying from vaping more than cigarette smoke, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is up with this, bro? Like,
Well, you're heating up what carcinogens or whatever that is.
well,
Yeah.
see, that's the
like
thing.
you're heating up the nicotine
Yeah, and
to
you're
inhale it, right?
and you're doing it more times. Like when you smoke a cigarette or whatever, when you're done with that cigarette, you flick it out or whatever, and you go on about your day, or at least the next couple hours or whatever.
Yeah.
But with a vape, you can do that every 5 minutes.
All day long, right?
I seen people do this shit. I'm just like, yo, how many times you go? Is that a weed pen? Because I'm just like, yo, if you getting high, I understand, but you might want to change it up because you smoking all that shit up. But then you sitting there just puffing nicotine every 5 minutes. Yo, you putting that into your body, and people forget that no matter what you do to your body, whether it's working out or putting poison in your body always adjusts. So you always gonna need more.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
And like what you said, I didn't know the science behind it. But yeah, you're literally you're heating up.
Yeah, like smoking cigarettes is definitely more dangerous, but now you're heating up the nicotine and a ton of chemicals.
Yes.
Yep.
To inhale them.
And
what there's at first it was safer, but I mean as the drug people do, they want to kill people off. I don't think people understand that they don't want you to live.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, or they don't want you to live without needing pills or something else. But that's my tinfoil hat right there. But when you're smoking a vape, like that is going straight to your lungs.
Yeah.
Like it's a more of a direct hit. And it's like you said, it's easier, it's more seamless, and you're not smoking, so you don't even think nothing of it. Yeah. And what they're seeing is that people are getting, more lung issues and heart attacks, cardiovascular,
failure,
cardiovascular stuff.
Because basically and I think it's more dangerous than smoking, man. And this is what I wanted to bring to you, like, bro. At least, bro, there's parts, and this is what my take is, like, it's part of cigarettes that's actually natural, bro. Like, this country was founded on tobacco. It's still people that this is how they live their life. You know what I mean? It's a cash crop. Tobacco got more uses than just smoking in the cigarette, bro. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's actually real stuff in a cigarette, even as it became less and less, and there's additives, but there's nothing real inside that vape.
Wealthy people smoke cigars, and they live a very, very long time.
Well, inhale a cigar too. That's another point.
But I'm just saying, I mean, cigar is what? It's
tobacco.
Tobacco. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is, like, I think people like forgot about, like, tobacco was something. The vape is nothing.
Yeah. What
it's literally like, let me get straight drug real quick.
Yeah, what they've done with tobacco is break it down. Like you get some fucking a kilo of coke, you step on it.
Yeah.
That's what they've done with tobacco. That's why more it's more poisonous to sit out there and smoke the shit. Because I remember when I was in Saudi Arabia, they had some Sudanese soldiers there, and we sitting there talking to shit. We trading tobacco. I smoked one of their cigarettes. I swear to God, I was high.
Yeah.
It was straight tobacco. I had to take a seat.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You all right?" I was like, "What did you just give me?" I thought motherfucker drugged me. I thought I was going to wake up, in one of them fucking Al Qaeda videos getting my neck cut off. But it was fucking real tobacco.
Yeah. When you get the real, you get so much of the real stuff.
Yeah. He said my cigarette was trash. I was like, "What the fuck did you give me?" He was like, "You're not smoking tobacco." Yeah, that's when I really started looking. That was like 2005.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to these vapes, people are getting, like, lung issues, like holes in their lungs, because it's metal too. Yeah. So think about how much shit is in metal. You realize like you said, straight shot, throat, lungs. Yeah. People's lungs are just failing.
Yeah, and it doesn't make it any better now. They have well, the little, I forget, I don't vape, but there's chargers that you can turn up, like,
Yeah,
you can turn it up.
Right.
You get people blowing these big clouds of smoke. I'm like, the fuck you smoking?
Yeah, that's what they said make the vape more dangerous than cigarettes. It's like, dog, when you smoke a cig, you're getting the same hit every time. Whatever breath you got, that's the hit you're getting every time. Vapes, you could turn up. You smoking them all day long.
Yeah, all day.
And like you said, I'm smoking a vape every 5 minutes. I can't smoke a Newport every 5 minutes. I got things to do.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, your body, and it's more addictive because your body's getting used to that every 5 minutes. I literally work with people that, like what you said at the beginning, people don't get their caffeine. They look like real smackheads.
Right.
People are like that with the vape. I work with a kid, he's 18 years old. And he's like, dude, man, you got a vape? You got a vape? Hey, man, anybody got a vape? You got a vape? Like, everybody's, because you run out, right? So everybody's out of vape. And, like, he's literally running around.
You sound old as shit.
Everybody
out of vape. Come on.
I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to.
Do you have a vape?
Right. like
my man, a real archaic cigarette
you
smoker.
feel me? Like they know.
Hey, you
got
a vape on you?
They know I'm an agent, right? Nigga not using the right terminology and shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga, that's the Fed, nigga. Don't nobody call it vape. Well, no, it was a Jules, all right? I ain't want to use brand names, yo. But at the same time, I've seen it before. You feel me? Like, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yo, 18 years old, strung out on nicotine.
Well, no, it doesn't get any better, too, because to get off the topic a little bit, I mean, how many of those kids are going in there buying those energy drinks? They're 12, 13, 14.
Hey,
I mean,
same shit.
Like, they're poisoning their bodies at a young age.
Yeah, bro. But I just didn't understand this vaping. I think the vaping is way more dangerous than the tobacco. That's just me, my personal.
And you're smoking a robot's dick anyway.
I think it's all bad, man.
No, it's all bad. It's definitely all.
It's
bad.
all bad. We're not advocating for either.
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm not advocating for either.
No, I'm not advocating for either. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, I got something natural in my cigarette. It's way less, like you said.
Right.
But we doing something. We're doing something. You're doing nothing.
Correct conversation.
Am I? Is that how it sounds? Let me know. Man.
Thank you for smoking.
I'm trying to quit this shit, yo. That's another thing I got to bring up, yo. I believe nicotine is the most powerful drug out there.
I don't,
bro.
Sugar is
a drug?
Yes, sugar is the most powerful drug.
Sugar is a drug.
Sugar is the most powerful drug on the planet. And when you cook it or bust it down or process it, it's even more powerful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, sugar is bad, and I always make fun of people like family gatherings and everything. You sit there and eat, and there's always that big overly fat person. I need something sweet. I'm like, bro, you just ate 10 plates of food. It's just like that sugar is like that cigarette, like at the end of a meal.
Like I'm partying. Let me get some more.
But sugar makes you even hungry. It opens your stomach up even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo,
like and then if you look at something addictive like cocaine and sugar, they both hit your brain
the same way,
almost the same.
The same way.
You know what I mean?
It's coming from the
same.
But
I'm thinking no, sugar's like even higher. That's
really?
What I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, sugar is very addictive.
You know how you know that it's so powerful though? Because I know a guy. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. I don't know if you want me to mention his name, so I'm not. But like he quit sugar. He said he doesn't eat processed sugar. He hasn't been doing it for 2 years. And I look at him wide eyed like, how do you do that?
Well, I mean,
you feel me? Like people that do it, it's like, damn.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you said, processed sugar.
It's even the same way when people quit smoking. It's like, oh, you know. So that's how you know sugar is a motherfucker.
Sugar's crazy.
Sorry, excuse my French.
No, or even like my aunts back in the day, they would say if you quit Pepsi, you can quit any soda. If you quit Coke, you can quit any soda.
No,
like just because of how addictive it was, and they all like after they quit that, they lost weight.
Yeah.
Real
Man, I've never been a soda drinker myself, but I know people who say I haven't been drinking soda or carbonated drinks, and I'm just like, really?
Bro, that's the number one way to lose weight. Cut out fucking
Sometimes
soda.
you just gotta quit shit, man. You gotta quit. You gotta quit sugar. You gotta quit people. You gotta quit. You know what I mean?
I believe that. Yeah, people quit people all the time, yo. Even when they love them, right? Shit, let's switch gears for a second, bro. Because now we're going to get on what the Prodigal Brothers is all about, man. We all about fucking starting that shit. And, yo, it's a shit starter happened this week, right? Fucking Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, bro. Real talk. So everybody know Lori Harvey, whatever, what you want to call her. She's a very promiscuous woman. She's done dated a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
I guess Steve Harvey's stepdaughter or whatever. But like I guess like a year ago she settled down. We don't know if she settled down, but whatever. She started dating Michael B. Jordan. Everybody know Michael B., right?
Yeah, of course.
Been around for a long time, right?
Yeah,
but,
since The Wire.
Yeah, right. Real talk. Even before that, right? But Michael B. wanted to put a ring on her, yo.
Yeah.
Lori Harvey said, nah, I ain't that type of chick, yo. You know what I mean? And I always thought, you know, as a man, I don't really know, but I always thought it's like the woman's goal to have that wedding day, to get married, right? And rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Women always want to get in and settle down with that high value man.
Yeah.
I consider Michael B. Jordan one of the highest of values of men, right? Yeah. And after you live this life of promiscuosity, you know, or whatever,
right?
You know what I mean? You're a young chick, you're beautiful, right? And you got you a high value man that want to settle down with you, put a ring on. I thought that's what all women wanted.
Nah, bro, she saved him, dog. I like Lori, man. She saved him.
Saved him from what?
From being heartbroken or bankrupt. For real, I like good women, man. I like good women who, you know, they like, look, I'm gonna use you, okay? You know what I'm saying? No, y'all,
is that what she did?
Bro, y'all, okay.
Oh, is that what she did, though?
Oh, you gotta think about it. It's Michael B. Jordan. Everybody wants to be with Michael B. Jordan. Everybody wants some handsome dude like Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean? And he sit there and she's like, look, I like it outside. You know what I mean?
She know what she wants.
Like, and I don't think anything is wrong with that. She young. Like, don't get tied down early. We grew up with a bunch of people who got married when they was young. Yeah. Where they at now?
Right.
They still married. It's like, no, I don't know.
How many? Like one or two?
I know a couple cats that's happily married, man. You
happily?
I mean? Yeah, happily, bro. Real talk. I can't get them to,
when they get married.
I can't get them to get the old bitches that we used to get down with.
Well, damn.
They happily.
When they get married.
It's like, nah, they ain't get married real young.
Exactly, bro.
And they got married to some great women.
Nah, but I appreciate a good woman who like, look, man, everything is cool here, but you taking it a little too serious. You on your, you know, you off your feet. I thought you was on your feet. You off your feet. Now I gotta go. You know what I mean? I gotta go. I like it.
So she saved him, bro.
Yeah, I feel bad for old dude, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I mean, he probably look in his status, right? He can choose any woman he wants to be with.
Yeah, bro. I'm quite sure.
And I think
quite sure there's women that's out there trying, you know, get.
He can be with any woman he wants to be with, not just because his celebrityism.
Yeah.
And he looks like a person who is truly honest, has a great personality, and all that other stuff. Not like just some, that's what he's perceived on film. Yeah. But he looks,
seemed like a good dude, right?
Yeah, seemed like a good dude. But I feel bad for him because he fell for the illusion that you about to put a ring on a fucking hoe.
There we go,
bro. And to break it down into normal guy's life, yo, I'm not putting a ring on we see each other, but we don't know each other. I see you, you done fucked him. I see you, you done fucked him. I see all these other guys you done fucked, you done been in a relationship with. Yeah, I'm fucking, but you're not stepping out with me. And that's what he did. He's supposed to keep that after hours. He stepped out.
Right.
He caught feelings, and she probably did tell him, hey, this is not what I'm looking for. But he was like, yo, step out with me on the movie premiere. And she was like, fucking why not? I mean, ain't like I do anything for real anyway. I'm about to get some clout anyway. Why not? But he's the one who caught feelings. I feel bad for him, bro. He fell into the illusion. He fell into a trap, bro.
Real talk. I mean, everybody, and it's funny that, like what you said, bro. Like she was going in the same circles. Like she was, they passed her. Like, yo, and uplift, I'm done. Go ahead.
I just like it.
Hey, Will, did you get it yet? Hey, bro, you got. Hey, let Will get it. Hey, yo, share. Like, Michael B. obviously ain't have a team like that. Like,
I just think it's funny that what I did see was a lot of women trying to champion the fact that women don't need a high value man and all of this, and it's like I just want to, we are a real man podcast, and I just want to say to all the women out here in the world, you are real women in society. Like, you're not Lori Harvey. So
right.
When you speak for real, and we just get real with each other, I think we'd be a lot better off. Like, it isn't that she has money and she doesn't she just don't want to be with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I saw something with Diddy and Young Miami, and she seemed like she wanted to be with that man of status.
Right.
She has money.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's not that she sometimes you just want to be outside, bro. Like, look, this is nice, but you taking this a little too far.
No, I definitely get what you're saying, yo. I think I just brought that on to just challenge a lot of women, like so. You know what I mean? Marriage ain't everything it's cracked up to be, obviously, because women have choices too. You feel me? She want to do what she want to do.
Here's the thing with that. People look at marriage and it's another level in a relationship. And for the listeners, I've never been married, but I have been around a lot of married men and women and have, in my younger years, slept with a lot of married women. So don't act like that is the ultimate prize, because that's a goal. But once you reach that goal, then what? You still got a whole life to live. Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people realize that relationships. They're like, oh, I'm looking for a husband, looking for a wife and everything. Then what?
Right.
Then what you gonna do? Right. And it's like, and that's why I said I feel bad for my dude. Like, she was out there. She showed the world who she is.
She wasn't,
because you can go out there and sleep with everybody.
Yeah,
but it's a difference when everybody don't know that, hey, bro, you done slept with my man, you done slept with my uncle, and now I'm sitting here stepping out with you, and everybody looking at me like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, really, man, this is a sign of real men. Like, real men, play your position the right way. Like, we be talking to women a lot. Like, let's talk to the fellas for a second, man.
All right, go
like,
ahead,
play your
fellas.
position the right way, cuz you know what you're supposed to do with that. You're supposed to be seen with that. You're supposed to be clean with that. You're supposed to be green with that. And then you're supposed to lean off of that.
Yeah.
Like, you out
Get
here.
off that drug.
Yeah, you out here on your knees, bro.
Vagina a drug.
Yeah.
And
like, you on your, like, cause you got, that knee got to get dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know how he proposed. Maybe he proposed standing up, but the knee got to get dirty.
I think he was inside when he proposed that shit, cause that shit probably
like, come on, yo. You proposing outside and everybody looking at you like, yo, she was just with Future, yo.
Right.
Like, she was just with Future. And we know how he do. So, dirty Sprite in the cup. Yo.
Dirty Sprite.
Right.
Like, tighten up, fellas. Yeah. We, you know what I mean? We taking a, like.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I don't feel bad for him, bro. Hey, bro, you didn't see the signs before you. They were all there, man.
Son, but like,
no, man.
So Uplifted said, let's speak to the men, yo.
Yeah, bro, you saw
men
the
don't
sign.
care. Some of them don't care, yo. Some men know exactly what they know what they're getting into, and you never know. Michael B probably never had it like that before.
That's what I say when I see a lot of people end up with people.
In the cats,
I say that a lot of times. I'm just like, yo, y'all thought he was getting some. This must have been the best he ever had.
Yeah, because
I'm just like, yo, that's used. That roast beef been sitting on the counter for a minute.
But I'm just
bro.
saying, sometimes they do something special, make you forget about all that.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with a used car, man. You know what I mean? But then you gotta trade it in.
Yeah, you got to eventually.
It's gonna break down on you.
It's going to.
You know what I mean? It's gonna
Fellas, get the used car. Get rid of it at a certain amount of time, because it's gonna fail you one of these days.
But it also goes back. You spoke about it a couple of pods ago. Get someone that's your speed. That wasn't his speed.
That wasn't his speed. Yeah.
That wasn't his speed. He's about to. You know what? You're all right. She did say him. He's about to end up in a Kanye West situation. Fucking losing your mind over a piece of pussy. And you got all the pussy in the world to get, bro. Don't lose your mind over that one.
I wasn't saying all that, but I mean, just transform my statement.
I transformed it into Willism.
You gave him a Willism on it, yo. You make it so everybody can understand. But you kind of right though, yo, because Kanye not only put a ring on it, he put some kids in it. Like,
Ye was,
dated a mother.
But Ye was, Ye was married and all that, man. That's not a.
That's not.
I'm not gonna let y'all beat my man
yeah.
gay up like that.
Yo,
Like,
he was about to be on that level.
but
you telling me Future ain't record them?
what?
Yeah, exactly. That shit was he was like, oh, marvelous. Press,
I just think, we all fall, man. We all, you know.
Yeah, we all do.
Like, as men, you just gotta understand, like, that crazy box gonna have you going crazy. So if you looking in the mirror and you like, you about to buy a ring, you gotta look at yourself like, man, it's just a box. Like, I like her, she beautiful, she got a great personality, but that box stupid. Like, you gotta get out of there. That box will do something to you.
Yeah, you gotta get somewhere and clear your head sometimes.
And I'm glad that you said we're speaking to the men, because I'm telling you, man, fucking rethink a lot of shit you were doing. I'm not saying don't treat your woman good, don't, be respectful to her. I ain't saying do none of that. But, bro, if you are in a fucking time warp and you don't know what's going on, you used to work out, now you don't work out. You used to be focused, now you ain't focused. Get the fuck out, bro. You're under a fucking spell. What's that? Get out, nigga.
Under a spell.
Yo, get out.
Real talk.
You should be able to be yourself and still have that relationship. But and I've done it too. I didn't, hey man, look, I ain't been in the gym in a year. I done got fat, because I'm in a relationship and shit. What? No, because then ultimately people forget that girl or the woman or whatever fell in love with what she saw. Now you have transformed yourself into a whole different person.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why she's looking elsewhere, because you are not the person that she wanted.
Yeah.
Now you're somebody else. Like, say you did have goals and you were achieving all your objectives and going to the gym. Now you don't do none of that shit because you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
You just failed yourself. I'm not saying that, give.
And now she performing fellatio in parking lots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or at dog parks.
Yeah. You married at home with a kid, taking the kids to get ice cream, and she just giving rim jobs and
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the parking lot.
Bringing you food to work and shit.
Yeah.
All right, this got deep. Joke got real deep. Went to levels I did not expect it to go. Man, we gotta transform this, bro. I'm gonna talk about some real nigga shit right now, bro. Cause this is supposed to be the Father's Day episode.
We are. We're speaking to the men.
Hey, man.
We're speaking to the men.
All you fathers out there, look, it's like some of y'all get lucky, y'all get a real one. She with you, ride or die. But other guys, man, she's still married. She married you. She's with you as a father for a reason, and keep being that reason, like Will said.
Yeah. Keep being that person.
Yeah.
And make sure you make your kids with love. Because once you make a kid with love, hey, bro, when you leave an impression on a woman, no dude, no matter if y'all break up, is never going to fucking break that.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
And put it in her butt.
Will speaking from experience with that one.
I'm just saying, all my children are made with love. I mean, of course they weren't planned, but it was all love.
Yeah, you gotta put it in her butt too.
That makes sense, man. Make it with love, real talk, bro. But I'm yo.
Put it in the butt if you don't want a gut.
Yeah,
They gonna do that, yo. You ain't gotta keep saying it. They gonna try it. Everybody gonna try it.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
They gonna put it there, yo. God damn, man.
Y'all act like y'all ain't never, you mess with a joint, you things going a certain way, and you find yourself in there.
Yeah,
and
you like,
oh, you with this?
She like that.
Of course, I just said, you allow your woman to be comfortable.
Yeah.
All that shit she
She
talking
open up
about.
every hole.
Yeah.
Going in there.
And an armpit.
Yeah, all that shit she talking about. She's strong and independent. Goes out the window.
Reach for the baby oil. Like, hold on. No, I got some oil in it.
You gotta use coconut oil, man. It works better.
Thank you, sir. Man,
Get
real
the
player right there.
Big jar of coconut oil.
Coconut oil, baby.
Fuck them sheets. That's why we got a washing machine.
Yeah, right. Coconut oil. Boy, does
You can also cook with it too.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you out, man. Eat a little bit healthy.
We write that down. God damn, yo. Nigga trying to segue to another topic, yo. Yeah, yo, we cutting up on the Father's Day episode, bro. Real nigga shit, man. But nah, for real, let's segue, man, yo. I'm gonna see, because Will said he made his kids with love, man. Now that you have children, man, what type of father are you, bro?
I'm one who is well aware of my children and well aware of who I am. So we're not kidding each other. So I know who they are. They know who I am. They know that, hey, Dad is going to, when the football season comes, Dad's going to sit all day in the front of that TV. There's chicken wings right there if y'all want some. If you coming in here, I better be saying, "Hey, Dad, do you want another beer? Don't come in here and show me no Fortnite bullshit." Because we have a fucking understanding.
Yeah.
Now on Monday, I'll look at the Fortnite shit.
Yeah, right.
But on Sunday, they get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, real talk.
But yeah, man, I see I'm leading fucking little boys to be men.
Yeah,
and
man.
Just me growing up being the oldest, I've had I got 3 younger siblings, has geared me towards fatherhood. And even when I was in the Marines, leading really boys into men, like, right. Hey, let me do some gung-ho, hoorah, fucking motivating speech for you, but hey, some of us are gonna die, and I bring that into my fatherhood with my children, just getting them through the day, just talking on the way to school, like, hey, we're having a good day today, right? And they may have something in their mind, my oldest is going through puberty and shit, right. Bro. I'm just like, yo, these ain't the pimples I had. Because this, what the fuck is on your face?
Yeah, you got some different stuff going on over there, yo.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm just like, yo, don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that shit.
That's what's up, man.
If the girl like you, she gonna like you, bro.
Coaching them through the puberty.
Yeah, right. Don't worry about that shit. I'm just like, yo, just make sure you washing yourself. Because there's been a couple times, I go into the bathroom, make sure everything's cleaned up. I was like, yo, ain't no soap in here. Y'all just in here running water? You dirty ass motherfucker. They ain't told me they was at a body wash, but the body wash is up under the sink. They can just go get a fresh one, because I buy them in quantities.
Right.
So, fatherhood is funny. Fatherhood is good. I don't regret any decision, that I've made with my children. I learn from them. I don't regret anything. I don't think I've done anything that is going to impact their lives. They're like, oh, my dad did this, so therefore I can't do that. That's what I'm going to try to keep. If anything, my dad did this, and it made my life better. Right. Instead of made my life worse. Because I know I've experienced trauma from childhood and even being a man. I don't want my children to do that. I'm kind of overprotective fucking parent. Like, okay. Like I don't even let my kids go on field trips unless I already investigated the whole shit.
Yeah. You're definitely an investigative person.
Who the fucking parents going?
Right.
Like, that motherfucker like he fucking touch himself while he's sitting there watching kids. I got to be on this one.
Right. Yeah.
Are y'all going camping? Yep, I'm going camping too. I may be the father that's drinking, while I got my group. But hey, ain't no kids getting molested over this motherfucker.
That's the important thing. And I know how you carry it. Ain't nobody finna shoot this field trip up either. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So real talk, man. But I just said that to say, man, that was great too, man, by the way. It's like because I don't think a lot of people get that view of black fatherhood.
Yeah.
What you just said, bro. You know what I mean? You in your kid's life. You know what I mean? You do you thing. You know what I mean? Your vices, whatever. Football, beer, whatever it may be. And your kids know that.
Yeah.
They know you. They know you as the father. You do things for them. I've been over there. You cook dinner, right? You take them to school. You in their life, and you're active in it, right?
Like you said, the black father.
The black father, bro.
Right.
And that's what I want to talk about right now. I mean, it's deep to me because I'm a black father as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my son know me. Like, bro, we be having fun. Bro. He's just like me. Like, you feel me? So, but what I want to discuss too is like this myth of the black fatherhood, because it is a myth, right? I mean, we seen it when we grow up. It's still kind of prevalent today, is that people assume that black fathers are absent in their children's lives.
Right.
Like we are not there. It even studies that even try to basically perpetuate that black men do not take care of their kids.
Right.
Or others.
What you mean? About
like if you marry into a relationship, if you marry into another, home that has children too.
Yeah, a blended family
too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it's, I just don't understand this thing that is like black men aren't good fathers, but they're not even good men to lead boys or children, like you said, because you even, that's why I like the way you said that. It's like, look, I'm going on this field trip to protect the youth. I may be drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's cool if
but let me, that aspect of it is like people may look at that and like, yo, how can this man? Like there's myths to black fatherhoods that we're not there, we're not good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's other men, nationalities who they look at them a different way.
Right.
Like I seen something yesterday where it was a father spending time with his daughter. They had dinosaur nuggets, right?
Yeah.
She was on the counter,
Right.
and he had a huge beer.
Yeah.
None of the comments, thousands of comments, said he shouldn't be drinking around that baby.
Right.
You know? But if you see, like you said, talking about what Will said, if you see a black man doing that, you thinking like, oh, he got alcohol problem or something like that.
Immediately.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And it's not all people, but but like that's really, they try to find a negative in what black fathers are doing for their children all the time.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you know, before, like, 1964, like, black fathers were always in the home.
Always. Yeah. The black nucleus family were together. We're gonna get there. But what I'm talking about is like what you said, that stigma.
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's always assumed. I know I grew up without a father, right? So it was always assumed to me that most people didn't even have fathers. Yeah. I was like shocked. Like, oh shit. Oh, you have a father? You know him? Right?
That's your dad?
Right. No, real talk.
A real one?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But that became the norm, and it's the norm for a lot of people. Yeah. Right? Like there's a lot of myths with black fatherhood, right? Yeah. And I looked up a certain thing, and part of that reason is because we have this term called single parent, right? Yep. Now, it is true that what they said, I think they said like 40% of black kids are birthed out of wedlock, right?
What's the word that everybody uses now? This is triggering me.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? It's triggering you? Yeah, because, right, it's a single parent, and they go, well, most black kids are raised by single parents, right? Now, when you say that, the assumption is they ain't got no father.
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Or a single mom, right?
Right.
I'm a single mom. Because even women take on these terms that are elusive.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm a single mom.
A lot of them.
I'm doing my thing. I'm struggling.
What about that village back there, miss?
To the outside world, it looks like, yo, this child does not have a black father.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They definitely take on the, well, I'll say it in two ways. We all fall victims to society at one point. Right. I think a lot of women, I'm not saying all, so I'm not going to generalize it, have fallen victim to that. They'll say, I'm a single mother. Already they're putting like a merit badge. Like they earned that. I'm a single mother.
Right.
I work full time. I'm going to school.
Right.
I'm doing this all by myself. But the whole time they're a co-parent. And that father is actively in that fucking child's life. Yeah. But just so that you can say single mother, people show you pity.
Not even there.
You're a victim now.
Yeah.
Now, if I walk around and say, yo, I'm a single dad, man. Yo, I work a full-time job. I run 2 podcasts, and I'm going to school. That's what you're supposed to do, nigga.
Isn't that true? Right. But that's what I'm saying. But you're a single father, though.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? But we not using that.
No.
Not at all. Yeah, speaking about it from a single father's perspective, is that I think it's crazy that we have to take on this badge of being a absent father when the children are women are celebrated for the fact that they are able to leave us and be successful without us. Right? It's almost encouraged.
Of course it's encouraged.
And speaking, like I said, just coming from a single father's perspective, it's like you are having babies with the thought in mind of me not being in a child's life.
Yeah.
Me not being around. You not even being in the same state, the same country sometimes.
Well, number one, they make the decision without you sometimes.
Right, but I'm not even getting it. Like I said, just as a man, just looking at it, it doesn't make any sense to me that you're willing to have a baby just because you want to have a baby.
Yeah.
And so you're not even thinking about the life
of that child.
Of the child. And now I get labeled because of decision you made, and I get no respect because of a decision you made. I made the decision of having sex with you, but that's pretty much the last decision that I got to make in this equation.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? And I feel like like what you said is we get to be this deadbeat dad, not deadbeat dad, but absent father or stereotype black father, because now we're in a situation where we're doing what we're supposed to do, but we never even had a choice in the matter.
Yeah, and it's not good, and it's not good enough, right?
Right.
Because of the stigma that's placed on us. But I want to say now, the studies show 70% of black fathers are in their children's life.
Yeah, of course it is. And it all goes with, like I said, it's easier for a woman to say, I'm a single mother, than to actually admit that the child's father's in their life. And plus, and to get what you were saying, and I'm glad you said it, a woman can think, I can just have a baby, or I just want to have a baby, because she already knows that she barely has to do anything to take care of it, because Zaddy government is going to provide every fucking thing for you.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people aren't getting married either, because you do know you get a penalty for being married.
Yeah.
Now, if you're married and both of you guys, you say you're making, I don't know, $50,000 each a year.
Right.
Combine your fucking income, your taxes and shit. You're not getting child care credits for them fucking kids.
Yeah.
But if you're a single mother and you got the kids or whatever, you're getting $3,000 per child.
Yeah.
So it's rigged for the system, and they're falling for it.
They're falling for it. You're right, and I do want to get into how these basically the government issued programs have broken up the nucleus family.
Right.
But I want to stay on the myths of the black fatherhood, right? Because the counterparts, we're talking about black, but the white counterparts, right? Even though they do have more kids inside of wedlock, right?
Right.
They have kids when they're married, right? And the father is actually in the home. Because that's another one thing that's about the black fatherhood, is that a lot, 9 times out of 10, we not living with the child.
Right.
So that's the stigma on us. But I also want to point out this aspect of it, that they said 60%, 60-something percent, I don't know the correct number, of white fathers that are in the home are not taking care of the child for, say, driving them to school, cooking meals. Because they say black fathers are more likely to have at least one meal with their child a day. Other than white fathers, they don't cook the meals. They're not changing diapers. They're not doing these oddly,
I will say that.
parental duties.
I will say that. That is true.
Because most of the time, the white fathers are the breadwinners. They're either working or they're at home watching the game, drinking beers. Right. But just their presence gives them this authority that, hey, they're better fathers than black men are.
Right. And we all know how white kids do. I mean, I only learned how to do bad
they
shit.
Shoot up schools?
Well,
no.
I only learned bad shit hanging around white kids.
Okay.
I mean, I never knew that you can crush up pills and snort them.
That's crazy though, bro. Black fathers have one meal, typically have one meal. I remember, it's funny, when my daughter was born, I was like, I'm not changing no diapers. My mom looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I know a lot of men that say that though.
But
you know what I mean?
But I was like, I know how to change a diaper, Mom.
Yeah.
And when I feel like it, I will.
Well, I had no idea. I had to learn that.
Oh, well.
I learned everything.
But I was like,
scratch.
But you learn, right?
Yeah,
like, the thing is just the fact that you said, like, don't change diapers, don't do these things. And I know it's not like the statistics are very broad or whatever. But yeah, bro, just to know that black fathers do all of that.
Yeah.
And I know actual single black fathers who have their daughters and raise them to be women without the mothers in their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and like I said, I'm just speaking from a black father. Like, black men really take care of their kids if they can, if they are allowed to.
In the best way possible.
Yes.
And keep going, because I got another thing to throw at y'all.
Even when you're fighting, sometimes you got to fight to take care of your kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people understand that either. Like, like, black men go through a lot to be a fucking dad.
Yes. What is up with that?
Yeah, and nobody's looking, like, I'm not looking for a pat on the back, but I'm damn sure not trying to wear the stereotype of being an absent, deadbeat dad.
Bro, bro, you said it right there. I mean, you said it, bro. That's like that's the thesis statement of what I'm trying to say. Is I'm tired of this stigma. I'm tired of wearing that. You know what I mean? Like the you know what I mean? We absent fathers, we're not good fathers when we there.
Right.
And there's numbers that prove otherwise, yo.
Of course.
That shit is ridiculous to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, just like everybody else is a father.
Right.
Everybody. You know what I mean? Like good or bad, who's to say what that is even?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
But just one point, man. The greatest thing about all of us on this show, the Prodigal Brothers platform, is that any brothers that are on this show has always held the other brother accountable for being a father.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like you said, it's a myth. Maybe
It's a
because
myth.
I don't hang around people, but I don't know. I don't have anybody in my circle or like even in my phone of people that don't take care of their kids that I associate with.
Right.
Because I would call them out. I'd be
Bro,
like,
what
me
you
doing?
doing? You got like you ain't gonna see it.
I'm like,
funny
how your
is-
kids doing? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I ain't. I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
What's funny is I have known people like that.
Right.
Right? Don't take care of their kids. Guess what? They don't come around no more, bro.
Right.
That shit is unacceptable.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
one of the most like I don't care. You could be a strung out heroin addict, yo. I can still bang with you a little bit or something. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you just
We can find some common ground.
Right.
I can't find no common ground with you leaving your child hanging. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even if you have nothing, you can do
Yeah.
the best you can.
You gotta do
and
what
like and I'm glad that's what you said. Is like black fathers most of the time, 75% of the time, we're doing the best we can. If we there, right?
Right.
Because guess what other stat I got, man? How many black men are incarcerated?
Yeah.
Bro, you got to think 33% of black men, period, are locked behind bars.
Right.
Half of that 33% are fathers.
Yeah.
So that's the 15% of the 30% of people that's not taking care of their children.
Right.
Are suffering circumstances that beyond their control.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just the dumb laws, you know. Like how many people still locked up for marijuana
Yeah,
distribution?
and that was the other one. I didn't even think I was gonna get there.
The dumb drug laws,
Right.
the fake ass
Because
war on
a
drugs.
lot of black people, over half of black men that are locked up are there for nonviolent crimes.
Yeah.
Which is also another stereotype that's attached to us, is that we're violent people, which we can be, but
I think we're defensive
yeah,
people, like Will said.
right. We use
He's
discretion.
overprotective.
We use our discretion a lot more than say other nationalities.
Yeah, I mean, I think in just my personal life, I think violence is always a necessary action when done organized, because I like organized chaos.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're the organizer of it. No one else knows what you're doing. But any violence that black people have learned, we've learned from our Caucasian mountain people counterparts. I mean, like who whips people and cuts their skin off and see if they're how hot we can get this boiling water, or strings people up in trees or drags them behind horses. I mean, where did we learn the violence from?
Hey,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Just because we become better at it.
I mean, I never seen a school shoot. I never seen a school shooting in the hood.
real talk.
I mean,
So-
the hood's
Yeah.
a dangerous place. I never
Yeah.
seen a school shooting.
So this and that's what I'm getting to about these myths and this stigma of the black fatherhood thing, right? Is that what it does is it breaks up the family structure. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, like you pointed out, before the 60s, we was always there. Even if we had 17 kids.
Right.
They was all there, living in 2-bedroom house.
Right.
Right.
There was a father there. There was a figure there. There was a nucleus family. Then there was things put in place that changed that around, that took the father out of the house.
Exactly.
Whether it be war, whether it be locking them up, whether it be zaddy government giving the woman money where the woman chose. Do you want money or do you want the man around? Right?
Yep.
And a lot of the women chose the money avenue, right? Because they're part of this and then they got into the mind, right? To say that, hey, you don't need a man. Right? We don't got zaddy government, right?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't need the man. The black children don't need the father. And now, since they can't, after we've gone through all this that I talked about, the black men being in their kids' life, now, since we actually are in our children's lives and we proved that, now they got they lie about it and got this fake stigma on it that we're not. You understand?
Yeah.
And they put it in everybody's head that they're not. And they use these terms, single parent, all these loose terminology to still try to pretend that we're not doing what we need to do.
Right.
And I like what you said. That let's use I'm a single co-parent.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the term we need to use.
Yeah, you're a co-parent, meaning that other person is in that child's life and actively involved.
Exactly.
But it's just so much, like I said, it's a merit badge of honor to say, hey, I laid down with a dirty dog motherfucker who don't take care of his kids. Now reward me for actually doing what I'm supposed to do, bettering myself for my kids, but I get rewarded for it.
Real talk.
Well,
But I believe that it just comes from a place, bro.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And that's what we analyzing here, man. All this stuff comes from a place. We have to think harder about what we're saying and what is actually being done. Because we kind of look beyond things like we talked about.
Right.
The people we know are fathers.
Right.
They in their kids' life.
Right.
We don't even see that for real.
But what is the benefit of removing black fathers from the home? What is the benefit of empowering mothers to be dependent on the government?
It's
Control.
Yeah, it's control, and
Everything is either money or control, bro.
and a lot of people,
Money, control, or
a lot of
power.
people ain't gonna probably like what I'm about to say, but that is the number one way to take over a nation is to remove the fathers, because women and
disseminate
children,
the family structure.
well, women and children are highly influenced.
Yes.
Like just take a gather or observation next time anybody's at church. Who's in those front pews? Women and children. Where the men at? They probably at home like, yo, this is some brainwashing shit. It's easy to brainwash the women and children once you remove the fathers.
Yeah, and then where I like to go is that's why I go to the structure is because it's more about the kids.
Yeah.
Because the children are men too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you can control the children and now you're raising them.
It's all a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll funnel you either to a job, low-paying job, or poor education, right? Like, we were trying to figure this out on another pod as well, is, like, why aren't the black men going to college and going to school, right? But, you know, when you empower women in a certain mindset, they probably don't even think about it. Potentially, I can't speak for them, but I just know my mom was like, y'all do whatever y'all got to do, just graduate high school.
Yeah.
And if she was like, college is mandatory, we would have all went to college, but she didn't step on our necks with that.
Right.
But my sister went to college, graduated 4 years, right? That was like a push for me and my brother. We had to navigate that college path in our own way, navigate higher education in our own way.
Right.
But my sister finished and graduated from college. And I'm just using the real life example. Like, I don't think my mom did this on purpose, but my mom went to college. She has multiple degrees. She has a master's degree. She has all these degrees. So we're teaching women to be strong and be self-sufficient, self-sustaining. We're teaching men to just go out there and conquer the world with whatever you have, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
like that was a great point because you said you funnel them to jobs, you funnel them to education. You also you get to funnel them into lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Because one of the other dangers, what we talk about in society is the feminizing of the black man,
Yeah.
right? Because you take the father out, now the kids are getting raised off government funds,
Right.
and now you're teaching them what you want them to know.
Yeah. And I don't even think necessarily I agree with you, but that's even with the father in the home, if that man is not a leader, those children are going to fall victim to society too.
Yeah,
I mean,
talk.
because, the only, parents I see with their kids walking around, with their boys walking around with dresses are single parents. Well, except for Dwayne Wade and his family. But we already know what goes there. He ain't a leader of that family. But no
Gabby's
man,
a strong
no
black
man,
woman, man.
no man is gonna let his son walk around in a dress. I'm not saying be a homophobe or do like that, but like, come on, dude, you're 3 years old. I want to be a girl. No, ain't letting you decide shit. That's that women
I barely
shit.
want my daughter in a dress, and she not even one yet.
Yeah.
It's like, no, she can wear a onesie.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
bro, I'm glad you talking about it, man, because that's the next thing we got to get on now. Is what's up? When did it become? I guess wrong to be a man, a real man, like a stand up, held accountable man. I guess right. I feel like this day and age it's a deliberate attack on the heterosexual man.
Yeah, everything is our fault. We're too strong. We're too aggressive.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, like you if you're masculine and it's in any way against what a woman thinks is toxic.
Of course. And I think that it's a double-edged sword with that too, because no matter how much, we say that women are empowered, we are forgetting that we're allowing this to happen. I'm talking about men as a collective.
Yeah.
So if we're allowing them to say being a man is toxic, other men are agreeing and allowing it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But
the only reason that's allowed to happen is because you have those simps and fucking henpecked men who allow their women to lead them through life, allowing it to happen. Because let's think, like, if we're having a conversation right here and say there was like a married guy and his wife right there, he probably wouldn't engage in the conversation.
Yeah.
Because his ass gonna be sleeping on the fucking couch because he's not the fucking leader of his goddamn house.
I agree with you, but I believe all this comes from somewhere. Like, this stuff is fed to us, man.
Yeah.
Why does you know what I mean? It's fed to us.
Yeah, I don't,
like, when did this happen? When when we grew up being a man, be a man. You know what I mean? Like, stand up for yourself.
Well, I
have respect for yourself.
I also feel like there's an expansion of the mind now, right? Like, we were talking about how the consciousness is higher, right? So what we talked about on another episode, another podcast, was we was really just sitting there discussing how some of the stuff we do is a little ridiculous.
Sometimes,
like you broke your leg out front and it's like, yo, walk it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
put some Robitussin on it.
Right. So I think what we're finding is that there's a shift in what masculinity is.
Okay.
And us men of old, as we want to refer to ourselves sometimes, it's hard to.
I'm old as hell.
It's hard to really see how things have shifted and we're trying to figure out. I think it's just a transformation of what the new strong masculine man is. Because we used to be blunt objects.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as a man, you just go work. You died 65, and like you had a great life.
Real caveman style.
Yeah. You know. So,
you know what I mean? We ate porridge and chicken breast.
Yeah. And drink whiskey like every day.
Straight.
Yeah.
Warm.
Yeah. Oh, you sick? Yeah, it's whiskey. Yeah. Put some hair in your chest.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean? So I think, at least in my opinion, I feel like we're changing and just the landscape of what strong masculinity is, just because it's a different world. So how are you? Some of the things of old work, but some of that other stuff is like we're just consciously looking at it and saying like, that shit was trash.
No, I totally agree with that though. Like you know what I mean? Yes. We are expanding our mind, and we are changing. And that was a great point. We're changing what masculinity is, but I just think as men, changing the masculinity. We're just getting smarter, bro. Because that's what we do on this podcast. Is like we examine our emotions, which is back in the day that was fucking feminine, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we even got called out on it on our post before.
Yeah.
It's like men don't talk about it. We don't talk about that.
We just move forward.
Yeah, we don't.
Right.
Just go forward.
Right. You feel me?
I never look back.
At the same time, but us being attached with our emotions and trying to think about our mental health and, you know what I mean, having real brotherhood, telling each other that we love each other.
Right.
Yes, we're different than the men of old.
Right.
Because in the 60s, we weren't doing that.
Right.
Right? But now we have expanded what masculinity is, right?
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah, it's still not being a pussy though.
Right.
but see,
I mean,
that's
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
you. Like you,
but still,
you can
we're
wise up.
expanding the masculinity.
You can wise up, but don't be a
we're
pussy.
not eliminating. We're not
Of course.
eliminating what a man is, bro.
Of course.
But I feel like what the social media, the society, the world is literally trying to eliminate anything, man.
They trying to make us sugar cookies, man.
Real talk.
Of course.
I don't care what
Well,
nobody feel about that.
We
Like,
already talked about it. The reason why they're trying to make it sugar cookies is because there is no male influence in the child's life.
right.
I mean, if you think about it, even if the father is there, which all three of us are,
Yeah.
Right.
our sons or our daughters are still heavily influenced by women.
Right.
Yes.
I can count on my hand the number of male teachers I've had.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
And
huge
that's
thing.
from elementary, the middle,
there's-
high school, and
There's
college.
a book on that. There's a book on that. Real.
But let's elevate that conversation a little bit. It's not that we're saying that women can't. We got here,
You're right.
right?
Yeah.
We're saying that men matter.
Yes.
There's something
Yeah.
called 1 + 1 = 2. Like there's a
Yeah.
balance.
Yes.
there, right? And if you're heavy on one side, you're lacking on the other side.
Right.
It's like shocks on your car. You know what I'm saying?
Real
You're
talk.
like, yo, why my back tire always going flat? You're not in alignment. You're not balanced.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've seen, on the different social platforms, women say, "Why are all these men out here pussy now?" I'm just like, bro, weren't y'all just saying we need to be soft?
Yo,
Yeah.
but that's part of it too. It's like this is what is accepted. That's why they pussy.
Yeah.
That's why men ain't holding. Holding each other accountable. Because no one's holding them accountable, bro.
That's more to, and that's the real problem.
Yeah.
That's
we
what,
don't value nothing that a man's supposed to be.
But that's what it is. That's why they're trying to take away heterosexual men, because real heterosexual men hold each other accountable.
yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't bang with Black Lives Matter, because when they wrote up what they're standing for, nothing in there said straight black men. It said we are breaking the nucleus of a black family in the Western culture.
That's part of the structure. That's part of the brainwashing that we're talking about. The breaking down the family structure, which is a detriment. But let's stay off that, because we're gonna get on our black Black Lives Matter shit in later episodes.
Noted.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll table that.
We'll table that one, because hey, y'all got to stay tuned, because we got some shit for the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, real shit. But getting back on this, man. Yeah, heterosexual men are endangered species now, almost, or they're trying to make us.
Of course.
Yeah, we just can't even talk about being a heterosexual male. Like, I think that is even
That's a bad word.
that is even a depressing thing. It's like I just want to be a man that likes women and go about my life that way. And if I don't want my daughter to date women, I don't think there should be a problem with that. This is just how I feel in my house.
Yeah.
And if if my daughter comes home, if my son comes home, if I ever get one, God damn it, if he comes home,
Right.
and, they say they want to do certain things, then it's just like, all right, well, let's have a discussion. What came about from this?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
help me understand. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you wear a dress or high heels at 5.
Yeah, and get
You
your
know what I
fucking
mean?
nails done and shit.
Yeah,
Fuck's
I'm
wrong
just
with
not
you?
rocking, bro.
I like
Because
what you
I
said.
don't like when you get old enough and your brain is fully formed. They wouldn't let us drink past 21. They won't
Right.
let us buy cigarettes until 18. They won't let us do all of these things or even get on roller coaster rides until
Won't
we're
let you
certain
fucking
heights.
vote.
Right?
Right.
You can't even vote.
Right. We can't make decisions about our lives, our real lives,
Yeah.
right? The government that controls us, we can't make decisions about that until we're 18, but I can change my gender?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you're not making sense.
And even if you're in that lifestyle, like I like tattoos. I know my sons are going to come say, Dad, I want to get tatted at a young age.
Right.
Real
and
talk.
I'm going to tell them no. I'm going to tell them fucking no. They're going to look at me and I'm going to explain why. I'm like, look, I didn't get my shit till I was 18 and beyond years. You're 16. Wait.
Yeah.
Because your 16-year-old is not the same 18-year-old you're going to be, and your 18-year-old It's not supposed to be the same 21-year-old.
Right.
You don't want to make life decisions you're gonna regret. And that's how people ain't looking at it. It's like, well, I never had a chance when I was a child to express myself. So if my child wants to be a fairy, I'm letting him be the fairy.
Man, strong heterosexual men make statements that impact people.
Yeah. And we stand on our
stand
morals.
on it. And it's
because I think we're losing that concept of what you said. In my house.
Yeah.
We're losing that.
I'm paying taxes. I'm doing all of this
bro,
to have this.
Yeah.
And you telling me what I got to do in here?
No.
Nah, bro.
I'm not banging.
Move.
I'm not banging with that.
That's why I bang with Chick-fil-A. We ain't open on Sundays, bitch.
Get over
Fuck
it.
out of here.
You feel me? But we all losing that concept of what you just said.
What?
What? I was gonna disregard that, like, because he did take it there.
Well, I'm just saying that's a stance.
That's just,
Hey, that's how I feel when I strongly feel
You know
about
what?
shit.
But as heterosexual men, we also respect people who take stands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Real-
saying?
yes.
We're not tripping on that, but when we can't take a stand, there's a problem.
there's an issue. Yes,
And the old
that's what it is too.
and the whole thing too. I'll add this in real quick. When people are saying what they're standing for, and and what they believe in, I asked them this: are you willing to die for it? Because I'm willing to die for what the fuck I'm standing my 2 feet down. And if your mind can change easily when I put a gun to your head, then get the fuck out of here with that shit.
You don't believe in that shit.
This my house. This how I run this shit.
Yeah,
You always trying to.
No, that's real. You don't
Trying to have
believe.
somebody die for something, man. Sometimes
if
somebody just strongly believes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna offer a little pushback on this one. Just a little push. You know what I mean? Like, I strongly believe. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to test this. I strongly believe it.
Sometimes people just strongly believe.
Like I don't have to walk the plank for this one. You know? But I agree. You know what I mean?
Don't come to me with no bullshit. If you're not willing to die for it, get the fuck out of my face, man.
Hey, Will was very black and white. Yo, ain't no shades of gray.
Yeah, man.
Over there, yo.
If I put a knife to your throat, like, will you double down
Still
on it?
feel that way? It's gender fluid now. Yo, real nigga talk, bro. But like always, bro, I appreciate talking with my brothers, man, the Prodigal brothers, man. We done it again. We want to say to everybody out there, listen to the program, comment, like, please share, and happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Prodigal.